Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1968 Smith Corona Super Sterling vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Very popular model still to this day. Pretty blue and green color combination. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that around 2 and the right one around 75-ish. That's the paper release arm. It was engaged, but I'm going to show you how to use that when I get to that section. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch back 1 notch. It skips 2. 1 more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red when you have it in the middle. It's actually hard to put this in the middle on purpose because when you put it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. Fun to type on, super easy, reliable, well engineered and manufactured during the golden age of Smith Corona and typewriters in general. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. Flip that forward. It unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again, backspace on the top left, very smooth. Touch control low, medium, and high. The farther down you go towards the high, the more tension there is when you hit the keys. You do have to hit the keys harder for them to print, but they respond faster. The lower you go, the less tension. On the right side, we have our tab set and clear. Right now we have tab set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to clear each one of those. Fast action by just hitting that CL. So now we shouldn't have any, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. So I'm just going to hit that set button to set one right there. And you can set as many tabs as you want on this model. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. It does allow you to get type past that and type all the way to the end. I'm going to put the color back on black. Hood slides forward. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction, there's a little switch here behind the left spool. You just flip that towards the back or down, and it pulls it to the left counterclockwise. Flip it up to pull to the right, and that's the direction we want it to go to. These little ribbon guides here will catch on the end of the ribbon. There's a little eyelet. It'll catch on there and swap automatically to the side it needs to go to, indefinitely until the ribbon goes dry. Carriage release on each side, and it has these hard plastic carriage releases that break off all the time. They're getting old and they don't make them anymore, so if you need a replacement, check my shop. I do offer these 3D printed, very close. I got one on the other side I'll show you. That's a 3D printed one. This one's the original, and I also 3D print the knobs that look really close. This is the original as well, but this is your carriage lock. You flip it up, it releases the carriage and locks it in the middle, so when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around in there causing internal damage. This is the 3D printed one. You barely tell the difference. To unlock it, by the way, you just move the carriage to the right. So this is the 3D printed one. I don't make the left knob yet because I haven't had one break on me to replicate it, so maybe in the future I'll have one. Push the button, it disables the spacing when you turn the knob so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. Same concept on the inside here. There's a little switch. You switch that down, it disables the spacing. You flip it up, you get the clicks. You just want to be careful when you do that. You'll lose your line. And this is the page gauge on the inside left. A lot of people don't know what that does. But if you feed your page, you set it right there. There's a little notch below the 11. And that's where you set it. And then you feed your page. And as you're feeding it through, it starts to warn you in red on the left. There's 2 inches left of the page on the bottom. 1 inch left. And that's the end of it. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.